Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama.
Should I drop my SMG or the thing with
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Jaya Radha Landani Shara Radha Landani Shara Radha Landani Shara Shri Radhe Jaya Jagannath Jaya Jagannath Jaya Baladeva Jaya Subhadra Jaya Gauranitai 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 Jaya Gauranitai Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Gurudev ki jai, Harinam Sankirtan ki jai, Nitai Gaura Premanande Hari.
Hi, Bodhi. So thank you so much, Neha and Dilip Prabhu, for the wonderful kirtan and a nice flute in the background, Dilip Prabhu. That's very melodious. And yeah, so Hare Krishna dear devotees, thank you so much for joining us for today's CC class. Yogesh Prabhu, you want to introduce Ananda Prabhu and say a few words?
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Vinit Prabhu. Hare Krishna. We warmly welcome Anant Kripa Prabhu for our, in a congregation of East London. We do this program as an online session every Monday evening. So just to give a brief idea about Anant Kripa Prabhu, is a very, very wonderful devotee, a very enthusiastic personality, very inspiring personality for all of us. Obviously, he's a very senior brahmachari in ISKCON London, Soho, where Shri Shri Radha Landanishwara resides, and we all, our Aradhya Dev or our, presiding deity actually, Radha Landanishwara and Jagannath Baldev Subhadra Maharani, Gaur Nitai Prabhupada. Prabhuji has been serving there um, very nicely. He has been, heading couple of departments, especially, he has been involved in the Sankirtan department. He is quite keen on book distribution. He has been helping, in the, different capacities in the temple management as well. And if you see him every morning doing a lot of services, not just within the temple, but he goes out in the congregation, distribute books, and manages the temple affairs as well. So we are very fortunate to have Prabhu's association today. And today is a very special day also because of Prabhupada Marathon going on right now. So it's a special month, Margshir or Gita Jayanti month or Christmas month, Christmas Marathon month. So Prabhuji is going to give us some ideas on the importance of distributing Srila Prabhupada books and how best we can distribute Srila Prabhupada and how best we can actually please Srila Prabhupada by distributing these books as well. So we can, warmly welcome Prabhuji by saying three big Haribols. You can all unmute if possible, and you can raise your hand and say loudly, Haribol,
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 Haribol.
Haribol.
Ananta Kripa Prabhu ki jai.
Jai.
Prabhupada ki jai. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for gracing us with your wonderful presence. We're so grateful.
Well, I feel already blessed to be in your association.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna, everyone. Thank you for allowing me to come here. Very nice. And yeah, as Vinil said also, there was very nice kirtan beforehand. Before we start, we can render some prayers to our spiritual master. Om Agina Timandasya Kenanjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. I was born in darkest of ignorance. My spiritual master opened my eyes with the torchlight of knowledge. Therefore, I offer my respectful obeisances unto him. Namam Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Sarasvati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pachatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadada Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So I was thinking we could read from little bit from Chaitanya Charitamrita, because this is the book that actually encapsulates wherever it says that actually wherever you buy it from Chaitanya Charitamrita, then it's like a rasagula. It's sweet all the time. Wherever you read it from, it's very, very sweet. It's a Bengali sweet. So we can read from there a little bit. Can connect to Srila Prabhupada through this wonderful book, who is actually the golden treasure of ISKCON. If some of you haven't read it, I just would really recommend it, especially if you chant Hare Krishna, and if you read Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam already, you can read Chaitanya Charitamrita in your spare time. With devotees is even sweeter. And Chaitanya Charitamrita was kind of rendered into a book form in 2 months. One time the devotees went to Srila Prabhupada, and he was not very happy by the production of the printing of his books. So it was not fast enough. They were just printing 1 book or 2 books every 6 months, something like this. And then they all came to Prabhupada and they said, Prabhupada, we found a new way of printing your books. We're sure to print 1 book at least every month. So that was such an effort at the time, because it was in 1975. So it's not like today, Today everything can be very, very quick. But at that time it was a bit different. And Prabhupada said that, yes, I want 17 books, which is the whole Chaitanya Charitamrita. Every volumes of the Chaitanya Charitamrita was 17 volumes. So I want 17 of these books, the whole Chaitanya Charitamrita, in 2 months. And then the devotees looked and they say, that's impossible, Srila Prabhupada. And therefore that's when he said this very famous sentence that impossible is in the Fool's Dictionary. And therefore they just Actually, it's quite interesting because as soon as they accepted that, yes, it was possible, then intelligence came through the spiritual potency of, I mean, we know that the knowledge potency, the chit potency flows through the spiritual master. So if you accept an instruction from a sadhu, from a spiritual master, then knowledge awaken and you can fulfill that instruction, no matter how hard it is to perform. So even Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also, you can become empowered by him because he says that whoever you meet, whoever you make friend with, just teach them about Krishna. Just give them some knowledge about Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam. Just give them something. Make them chant Hare Krishna. So you can follow this instruction. And obviously, as you know, Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam is full of instructions by Srila Prabhupada and our previous acharyas. And if you follow them, then knowledge awaken. So today we're gonna read about a little passage. It's very small. Don't be scared. It's very small. It's actually a passage where Sri Krishna, or actually Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who comes as Krishna disguised in a golden form, in Lord Gauranga, golden limbs. And he comes as a devotee and he's asking one of his very dear most associates, Haridas Thakur, that actually is in anxiety. Now you could say that how Krishna can be in anxiety? That's impossible. But actually Krishna become anxious because he see the suffering of his. Is that okay with you sharing the screen? I didn't ask for permission. Sorry. So he's asking why is it that everyone is suffering and how we can reduce the suffering of the different living entities living in this world, especially a certain type of living entity. So let's just read through and then I'll talk a little bit about book distribution. So one day, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu met Haridas Thakur as usual. And in the course of discussion, he inquired as follows. Text 50. My dear Thakur Haridas, in this age of Kali, most people are bereft of Vedic culture and therefore they are called Yavanas. They are concerned only with killing cows and Brahminical culture. In this way, they are all engaged in sinful acts. Purport. From this statement by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, we can clearly understand that the word Yavana does not refer only to a particular class of men. Anyone who is against the behavior of the Vedic principles is called a Yavana. Such a Yavana may be in India or outside of India. As described here, the symptom of Yavanas is that they are violent killers of cows and Brahminical culture. We offer our prayers to the Lord by saying, Namo Brahmanya Devaya Go Brahmana Itayacha. The Lord is the maintainer of Brahminical culture. His first concern is to see to the benefit of cows and Brahmanas. As soon as human civilization turns against Brahminical culture and allows unrestricted killing of cows, we should understand that men are no longer under the control of the Vedic culture, but all are Yavanas and Mlechas. It is said that the Krishna consciousness movement will be prominent within the next 10,000 years. Yeah, but after that, people will all become Mlechas and Yavanas. You get 10,000 years in front of you guys. Thus, at the end of the Yuga, Krishna will appear as the Kalki avatar and kill them without consideration. How will these Yavanas be delivered? To my great unhappiness, I do not see any way. So this is Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu speaking, asking this question to his great devotee Haridas Thakur. Purport. This verse reveals the significance of Lord Sri Chaitanya's appearance as Patita Pavan, the deliverer of all the fallen souls. Srila Narottam Das Thakur sings, Patita Pavana itu tava avatara. O my Lord, you have appeared just to deliver all the fallen souls. Mosama Patita Prabhu Napaibe Ara. And among all the fallen souls, I am the lowest. How Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was always thinking about the deliverance of the fallen souls is shown by the statements, E dukkha apar, it is my great unhappiness. This statement indicates that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna himself, is always very unhappy to see the fallen souls in the material world. Therefore, he himself comes as he is, or he comes as a devotee in the form of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to deliver love of Krishna directly to the fallen souls. Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is so merciful that he not only gives knowledge of Krishna, but by his practical activities teaches everyone how to love Krishna. Krishna Prema Pradayate. Those who are following in the footsteps of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu should take the Lord's mission most seriously. In this age of Kali, people are gradually becoming less than animals. Nevertheless, although they are eating the flesh of cows and are envious of Brahminical culture, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is considering how to deliver them from this horrible condition of life. Thus, he asks all Indians to take up his mission. Bharata Bhumite Aila Manusha Janmayara Janma Satuka Karikar Para Upakar. One who has taken his birth as a human being in the land of India, Bharatvarsha, should make his life successful and work for the benefit of all other people. From Chaitanya Chaitamrita, Adilila 9:41. It is therefore the duty of every advanced and cultured Indian to take this cause very seriously. All Indians should help the Krishna consciousness movement in its progress to the best of their ability. Then they will be considered real followers of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Unfortunately, even some so-called Vaishnavas enviously refuse to cooperate with this movement, but instead condemn it in so many ways. We are very sorry to say that these people try to find fault with us, being unnecessarily envious of our activities, although we are trying to the best of our ability to introduce the Krishna consciousness movement directly into the countries of the Yavanas and Mlechas. Such Yavanas and Mlechas are coming to us and becoming purified Vaishnavas who follow in the footsteps of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. One who identifies himself as a follower of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu should feel like Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who says, Ihasabarakan mate aibenistar. How will all these Yavanas be delivered? Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was always anxious to deliver the fallen souls because their fallen condition gave him great unhappiness. That is the platform on which one can propagate the mission of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Okay, this is a small verse and a small purport. We'll read it because this is the answer that Haridas Thakur says. So Haridas Thakur replied, My dear Lord, do not be in anxiety, do not be unhappy to see the condition of the Yavanas in material existence. Purport. These words of Haridas Thakur are just befitting a devotee who has dedicated his life and soul to the service of the Lord. When the Lord is unhappy because of the condition of the fallen souls, the devotee consoles him, saying, "My dear Lord, do not be in anxiety." This is service. Everyone should adopt the cause of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to try to relieve him from the anxiety he feels. This is actually service to the Lord. One who tries to relieve Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's anxiety for the fallen souls is certainly a most dear and confidential devotee of the Lord. To blaspheme such a devotee who is trying his best to spread the cult of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the greatest offense. One who does so is simply awaiting punishment for his envy. So, anyway, as we read, actually, book distribution, obviously, all services are good, but book distribution is the most dear and most confidential to the Lord. Not only to the Lord, actually, it comes from our dear Srila Prabhupada, who actually is actually his best book distributor. He still distributes books. There was a story shared by Shiva Maharaj a few months ago in the Bhaktivedanta Manual. He says that there was a lady, one day she walked to a devotee, and the devotee started to hand the book to that person. And she said, no, I don't want this. But then she caught, her eyes caught that there was Srila Prabhupada's picture in the back. And she said, "Who is this person?" So the devotee was, well, this is Srila Prabhupada. He commented in the purport of the Bhagavad Gita and many of the books. And he's the he's the founder of this movement and of the International Society for Krishna Consciousness. And then she opened up, the lady. She said that he came into my dream recently, and he said to me, you should purchase that book, that Bhagavad Gita. You should look for a Bhagavad Gita, and you should read this book, and you should make your life perfect by following what's in the book. So Prabhupada is still distributing books, even though he's not physically, materially present. But actually, that's how we drawn to this movement, really, when we actually start reading books and we get the association of Srila Prabhupada. I still remember when I got my first book. Yes, and then when I started reading, I was just saying this to one person recently. I was reading Krishna book, and I had one day, one evening when I was reading, I was like, this is impossible. The person who wrote this book is not from the material world. It's impossible that this person is from the material world. I was very convinced. So I was very, very interested by Srila Prabhupada and know him better. So when I started chanting and associating with devotees, then actually the person that really inspired me in my devotional service was a big group of Ukrainian and Russian devotees. I was saying this to a group of devotees recently. And they were doing every day Harinam and book distribution for many hours. That was in Spain, in Malaga. And I went with them one day because I wanted to know how they became so happy all the time, how they were very shining. They were very bright faced. And I was very, very amazed. And then I went with them one time in their van, and they drove, and then they were all chanting Hari Japa very, very, very seriously. They were very, very serious with their sadhana, with their practice. And they're very, very serious, attentive, sensitive about how they were speaking. And then we got there on the parking, and as soon as they opened the door, everyone jumped out of the van, and there was one lady coming with a bike at the same time. And immediately just one brahmachari stopped that lady, even though she was riding on a bike. And I don't know what he said really, because he couldn't speak any Spanish. He was Russian, and he couldn't speak very much English as well. But I can't remember how they spoke really. But I just saw the book going in the hand of that person, and then she checked her pocket and she gave all her money that she had in her pocket. And I was looking and I was like, how did he do this? What was the secret? What's the magic? How is it possible? So then when I came back to the temple that day, I made it a goal that I want to become like this. I want to become that kind of person. And then for a month after this, I was looking on YouTube how to distribute books with Vaisheshika Prabhu and many other book distributor movement, Navina Nirada Prabhu and Vijay. I just looked at all their videos on YouTube on how to distribute books and what's the science behind book distribution. So when I arrived in London 5 years ago, then 2 weeks after I moved into the ashram, then one devotee said to me, "Oh, you're new here. I'm going on book distribution every day. Do you want to come with me?" And I was like, "Yes, I want to come. I want to know how you do it." So, but yeah, book distribution is very special. It's very, very special. And you get so much reciprocation. It's just beyond expectation. If you do deity worship, I guess some of you are doing some deity worship. I saw some deities in the back. And you will have, especially if you worship Gauranita or Jagannath Baladev Subhadra, you will see they will just look at you and they'll just very much smile at you. They will not only smile at you, they will embrace you. They will embrace you with both their arms. And same with Srila Prabhupada. You will get a lot of reciprocation. And when you will open the books, Srimad Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita, you will experience also another total different situation, a total different reading. What you will read, it will just have an impact on your lifetime, really. Because I remember when last year, when I was doing the marathon last year, I remember I was in Bexley. At some point I stopped. I was distributing for, I think, 2 or 3 hours. I said, okay, let me read something from the Bhagavad Gita. I opened the Bhagavad Gita and I still remember that purport. I still remember. And then I used that purport after this to talk to people, really. It was talking about how the mind is never happy and always stressed as long as we think materially about things. So, and I still use that purport that I read 1 year ago. I still remember it. So you absorb much more when you do such a service. And now maybe some of you little how do you say? Maybe you can be a little doubtful of, wow, you need to be someone special, to go out and meet people, meet strangers, complete strangers that you never talk to. And that don't want to stop, that don't have time, that don't have energy, and and not religious, that don't want to know anything about Krishna. How can I talk to these people? But actually, book distribution is not only talking about Krishna, is mainly making friends, having a good interaction with someone. Just like you meet a a very old friends, then you're just like, hey, I haven't seen you for some time. You're looking good today, and it looks shining, and you look so this kind of thing. So book distribution, it should be like fun. And it's you will see also, as soon as you touch the pavement, as soon as you go in the streets and just try to stop people, or I mean, there's plenty of way of doing book distribution. There's not only the streets, you can do shop to shop, door to door also. You'll see that intelligence will come, just as we were talking, the cheat potency of the spiritual master. So knowledge will come. So you know what to say and you know what to do. And then Krishna will guide you. And you will see, as soon as you do this service, you will see where your consciousness is also. So if the more you are sincere, then it's it's like the mirror of your consciousness, how you dealt with devotees, how much you're desiring to serve, things like that. So some days no one stop and be like, okay, this is good. This is good for my false ego. So we go on books for the main reason is actually to go for self-purification, because we want to perform pure devotional service, right? We want to go back to Krishna, but go back to Krishna means we need to become pure, and before purity comes purification. So going out means purification, or in other words, getting out of comfort zone. We're very comfortable sometimes with a different habit that we have, but trying out something new is nice sometimes, a bit of adventure. Krishna says that he is adventure. And yes. So if you, obviously not everyone might be able to go in the streets, but there's many other things that you can do actually to help book distribution. It was says here actually in the purport, kind of indirectly, how you can help. You can advocate. You can speak to others, that you can speak to others about Krishna, make them chant maybe, or just glorify the the matter of book distribution, because this movement actually is all based on book distribution. Where I'm living right now, this whole building has been all refurbished through book distribution by hundreds and hundreds of devotees. And if ISKCON is how it is right now in the world, is all due to, well, most of it is due to book distribution and the efforts and the endeavors of obviously Srila Prabhupada and many of his disciples. Even the 7 purposes of ISKCON, they are all based on the last purpose, which is to publish, print, and distribute books. So our whole movement the whole foundation of our movement repose on book distribution. So you can advocate, speak to others about book distribution, the benefit of it. And in that matter, you can read this book, which is a wonderful book that talks only about book distribution. So even if you don't distribute books, then you can read about how Prabhupada puts this system in place. And how he actually linked everything with the International Society for Krishna Consciousness. And if you can't advocate, then you can just help. You can help by donating some money, some Lakshmi, or if you can't do this, then you can serve the Vaishnavas. You know, Vaishnav Seva is such a wonderful thing. And we need to serve the devotees. Otherwise, according to the Srimad Bhagavatam, Shushu Sho Shwadadanasya Vasudeva Kataruchi Syan Maha Sevaya Vipra Punya Tirtani Shivanat. So if you want to acquire a taste for chanting, some days we might have some taste, some days we might have a bit less taste. But if you want to keep having a higher taste for chanting and hearing the glories of Krishna, then this verse said that yes, you should serve these devotees and are pure in heart, that have surrendered their life. So helping in the mission of Srila Prabhupada help you to also get a taste. And so you can ask the Vaishnavas, look, Prabhu or Mataji, I know you're doing such a wonderful service of book distribution. How can I do, what can I do to help? Do you need some warm clothes? Can I wash your clothes? Can I cook something for you? Can I buy you a new table for your book? Well, whatever thing. And keep on thinking like this: how can I serve? How can I benefit the Vaishnavas? How can I serve the Vaishnavas? Really, well, we know that Shiva says the worship of Vishnu is the best, but higher than this is worship of the Vaishnavas. So like this, and then obviously, so advocates, we have advocates for book distribution. We have, what did I say? Support book distribution. And then obviously we have the service itself. If you can distribute books, that's the best. That's the best. And yeah, and then you get wonderful stories to tell to all your friends. Like, yeah, I have since few days, now we're on the 4th of December, and even on the first day I had already 2 wonderful stories. The first one was in the morning, and then the second one was at noon on the same day. The first one was, usually I take some rest after the morning program in a temple, but on the 1st of December I went to take some rest, and just before I rested, I say, I would love to distribute the Srimad Bhagavatam set today for the first day of the marathon. I would really love to, but I don't know anyone who is willing to accept or who is looking for one. I had some people, but I didn't want to just hassle them. So I said, okay, let me just sleep on it and have a rest. And so I took a nap of 10 or 20 minutes, and then I woke up, and then I checked my phone. And then this person I met like in the summer said to me, you gave me that book, that Srimad Bhagavatam first canto in August, and I almost finished it. Is there a continuation to it? Is there a whole set? And I know that you live in a temple, so maybe you can help me to get down. So that was it. The guy just took a Srimad Bhagavatam set on the first day. And yes. And you never know also the effects on how book distribution has effects on people. So on that same day, on the noon arati, I went downstairs and I saw a man who was sitting down and he looked very new. And so I talked to him. I say, "Are you new here? Is it your first time?" He said, "Yeah, that's my first time. I've been to the restaurant a lot, but I never came here before in the temple, and I feel the energy is very, very nice, and I really like it." So I say to him, "Come upstairs. We're gonna talk, and we can talk quietly and nice. If you have any question, you can ask me." So we got to talk, and he's a wonderful person from Portugal, but he doesn't know anything about Hare Krishna. And then after some time, after 15 minutes, he looked at me and he said, "Look, I met you 4 years ago. I met you 4 years ago in Camden Town, and I still remember that we had a very, very nice conversation together. And I think you don't remember me." And obviously I didn't remember him, but he's a you gave me a book. To be honest, I haven't read the book, but at that time I was with my daughter. She was 11 years old. Now she's 16, and she still remember you also, because you had an impact on us. And the day after, he brought this daughter he was talking about. So I met his daughter. She's 16 now, and she was very happy to meet me again. And then I found out later that this person is a healer. So he has a job. He's a builder, but he's on his hobby. He's doing some healing with stones and crystals. So he went to our shop upstairs, in a gift shop that we have in our temple. And the lady said this to me after. So he went to the shop, and he went with his pendulum, just looking for something to get that will benefit his spiritual life. So he went like this all around in the shop. He was looking for something, some paraphernalia to buy. And then the pendulum stopped, and he said, "Okay, I'm buying this thing." This item that he bought was a Maha necklace from Srimati Radharani. And it was 60 pounds. But he doesn't know what it was. But he bought it on the spot, and he said that, yeah, this thing was very important to him. So the way he came, he told me a little after. He said that he's talking to his crystals. He has communication with his crystal. And they say to him one day that you should go to Krishna. You should go to the temple, and you should go and see Krishna there. And that will carry on your journey. Yes, that will be good for your path of spiritual life. So that's just one person I met in the streets. Obviously, on a daily basis for the past 4 years, I've been spending more or less 6 hours, 4, 5, 6 hours every day in the streets, just talking to people, stopping people, talking to them, giving them a book, taking a donation. And so that's just one person, but there's many more. We could just talk forever, but that's just a few stories. So even if you don't distribute anything, if you just give a flyer to someone, maybe that flyer, you never know. I met a couple in March. They came to the temple, and it was a day where they were decorating for a festival, I think for Gaur Purnima or something, or Nishimadev Chaturdasi, also some festival. And I saw them, and I say, "Hey guys, is it your first time?" And they say, "Yes, it's our first time. How did you come here?" They say, "Well, we received this little bookmark, these little flyers. We met you in the streets one day, and we just received this, and it just sat on our shelf for 1.5 years. And today we decided to come finally. And they came, they bought a lot of books. I met them again after many, many times. They are very good friends now. They gave me a plant, and they're very good friends. So yes, all these kind of stories you can have, not only from giving books. And then there's these people also that you meet on books that because some people, they want some books but they don't want to give money. Some people, they want to give money but they don't want books. And some people, they don't want to give money and they want to have a book. So I remember one day I went on my own on books. Usually we go at least 2 person, because it's always to have 1 person more with you. It's always comforting. You can speak, you can inspire yourselves. And I remember I went alone. I said, "How am I gonna do this, Krishna? Who am I? Who am I?" And I just put the trolley and the book table, and they were not even taken out of the box, the books. That someone came to me, and I said, yeah, I stopped him, and I say, well, I just came here to distribute some books, and I'm gonna put a table here, and he said to me, "Oh, really? You're doing this? That's amazing." And he saw I was a monk, and then he said to me, "I want to give you a donation." And then he say, "I want to give you £70." I say, 70? Is it 17 or 70? And he said, no, 70. I just want to give you £70 for the work you're doing here. Well, I haven't done anything yet, but thank you. And so I took his donation, and I gave him some books also. I gave him a nice pile of books. He was very happy. So yeah, you never know what's gonna happen. If you do some other service, you know what's gonna happen. You're doing deity worship. Maybe the cake that you're cooking, or the subject that you're making is maybe a little overcooked, or maybe it's. But Krishna at the end will accept it. That's the good thing about devotional service. But this book distribution, you never know what's gonna happen. It's like, yes, it's directly coming from the spiritual world. Golokera Primadan Harinam Sankirtan. And only in this age, only in this Kali Yuga, even demigods are queuing up to perform this Sankirtan Yaga. We read also in what we read today, also in the Chaitanya Chaitamrita. This is the most fortunate time for you to take up Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mission. You couldn't do it in the other ages, and this is the fastest way to be recognized by Krishna. So now we got a human type of body. You can check if you have ears, and if you have legs, then you are human. You can you can use that human type of body in the service of Krishna, and in supporting and helping the mission of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Okay, it's 8:55 on the dot. I don't want to go forever, but we could go forever. Any comments or questions?
Thank you so much, Prabhu. I think devotees, can you hear me? Yeah. Devotees, a good chance to ask questions, because you all may be going out or contacting people or doing some sort of book distribution or trying to support the book distributors. So, Prabhuji is here with us, so you can ask any questions which you have, or any clarification you want to do, or any doubts if you want to, make clear as well. So please do ask any question. No question is a silly question, so please do ask. Rasraj Narasimha Prabhu. Yes, please.
Oh,
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Dandavat Pranam.
nice to see you.
Thank
Rasaraj. Hare Krishna.
nice to see you, Prabhu. Thank you so much for taking your time and talking to us and inspiring us about book distribution. And thanks for sharing such wonderful realizations, Prabhu. Prabhu, like for us, or for at least for me, I have a very starting trouble is definitely there, Prabhu. Like when you have to go on streets, when you stop somebody, like how you initiate a conversation. What is that? Because like when you go on street, we meet different kinds of people, and not a similar conversation we can crack with everybody. And
Mm.
here in Ilford or in East London, mainly we go door to door, and we never know who is meaning. Mainly we get to see some signs, okay, whether it is an Indian house or it's different kinds of meaning, whether it is a Christian or Islamic background. So how we have can initiate a conversation with the different people, like whether it is on a door to door when we go out, or on the streets when we try to stop somebody, let's say like in Ilford High Street or any high street. How to initiate a conversation, Prabhu? What is the best way to
Uh,
do it?
the way I do it, I haven't done. Unfortunately, I love to. Unfortunately, I haven't done much door to door, but the little I've done it is quite straightforward also, and it really is very similar to street distribution. But the way I do it is I just glorify people and make them feel very special, you know. And everyone likes when they feel special. Like, something like, you look very healthy. What's your secret? And then you just start from there. The person say, well, no, I drink milk every day or something like this, Say, I love milk. Where you from? Anything, anything that just come from your head, and then you just build up from there. I remember the first time I've done door to door. It was, in London. There's these doors, but you can't access them. You can't enter the whole block. You have to press button and call people. So I never done door to door. So I pressed all the button in one go, and then I didn't know what to say. So I remember the first person, the way I did it. I say, are you Mr. John? Or but then he didn't walk out. He didn't want to open the door. And then I said, okay, let me try again. We do another block. And I pressed all the button, and I say, hi, we're delivering the mail today. And then the door opened. So it's just it's just like, for me, it's quite spontaneous. But if you want like a setup thing, like some kind of mantra, you could say, then the one that many devotees use is, hi, I'm from India. Where are you from? And try to avoid questions that can be answered by yes or no, because most people in this world, the only thing that come to their mind is no. So yeah, you look healthy. What's your secret? They can't answer by yes or no. Make them think a little bit, So you can. So that's the first sentence. Hi, where are you from? Sorry, I'm from France. Where are you from? And then I'm from Hong Kong, or I'm from whatever. I'm from Ukraine. I love Ukraine. My cousin is from Ukraine, actually, and I really love the culture. I love the food, and people are so lovely, And then the people, they will be like, "Oh my God, this person!" And even better if you can have some words that are in the language. This you just learn with time, and then you say, well, look, we're sharing these books on yoga meditation that show you how to get free from stress. Have you heard about stress? Yes, I've heard about stress. And how do you know, and then you say, well, you don't look stressed, you look spiritual, to be honest. And it's true, because everyone is a spirit soul. So they all look spiritual, really, in an advanced stage. We not see them maybe as spiritual, but they're all spiritual, spirit souls, servant of Krishna. So, and then you just go on, you can present the book. And anyway, I've seen you, you know how to do it. You present the book, you show them pictures, you just glorify the book. This book has been read by many wonderful people: Gandhi, Einstein, Mandela, Will Smith, the Queen of England even was reading this book. Wow. And it talks about karma, yoga, meditation. You can present karma. I mean, Krishna preached karma and atheistic philosophy to his father, and it worked out to worship Govardhan Hill instead of Indra. So you can also preach karma; it's bona fide. Yeah. Yeah, like this.
Thank you so much, Prabhu. We'll try our best.
Just and then listen to the people also. Yeah, ask them question to know, what they want to. But they want this. There's three things that people want to know when they meet you for the first time. They want to know, who are you? What do you want? What do you want to do with me? Why are you trying to take my time? Who are you? So you can say, well, look, I'm a volunteer to the nearby temple. And then they want to know, what do you want? Yeah, what do you want to give me? So this is a book. This is a book on yoga. And what's in it for me? Is it good? So you present the book in this way that is very good for them to have, actually. Yes. I hope that
Thank you, Prabhu.
helps.
Definitely, Prabhu. We'll try it out. Thank you, Prabhu.
Jai. Thank you so much, Prabhu. Kusuma Mataji is writing something there.
Oh, Gita Gyan course, and a number of them joined the class. I see.
Great. Yeah.
Thank you for joining, guys. I hope there's not so many words that you can't understand. But really, if you read the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna, he says that at the end, Nachatasman Manushesu Kachin Me Priya Kritama, that you can become the most dear person to Krishna by sharing the knowledge of the Bhagavad Gita to others who don't know about it, or even to his devotees. If you share with the devotees, Krishna will become pleased. So thank you for making it here. And if you have some time during this month of December, the month of December is considered as like the month of giving. Everyone is just like, okay, just give. Just give something. So live to give. So if you can give something to someone, because this is the best thing, to give something to someone. So why not giving the treasure of India? Most of our mentality, actually, the mentality of this world is just give something to me, or I take something from you. But actually, the mood of Krishna consciousness of Srila Prabhupada is just give Krishna consciousness to others. Everyone is very, very spiritually hungry. with Krishna consciousness. You might give them shelter, you might give them some food, they'll come back after some time. Or if you want to benefit them eternally, spiritually, then give them Krishna consciousness. Even just chanting with them one mantra, they just love it. They will love it. And actually, most of the time they don't really buy the book, really. They really buy you. They buy the person. And actually, that's what most people buy. They buy a person. They want to know, how do you become so happy? Even today I was doing Harinam. I was chanting, and we did it in a way that every people who we were seeing, and they were either smiling or taking picture, taking a video, we stopped them and we were dancing with them and making them sing. That was one of the best Harinam I've done for a long time. There was so much reciprocation from the people, and we could feel also there was much reciprocation from Krishna. And it was, yeah, very, very wonderful. Yes, Sumati?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, thank you Prabhuji for giving a wonderful class and telling so many realizations. Prabhuji, I had a question that what if someone rejects us, someone does not reciprocate as we expect when we're giving out books, or someone turns us down? So how should we take it, and how should we take it in such a way that we feel much more enthusiasm when approaching the next person and not feel like bad and back out?
Is very good. There is one devotee say that actually when you get to know, there's something special happening in your body, is that you get spiritual blood. You get spiritual blood when you defeated by someone doesn't want the book, or even someone say something wrong at you, or but you could see it in that way. That's when someone say no to you, is that person said no. That's make that person closer to say yes. So everyone has different is at different stages. Some people, they are more pious and some less pious. But just meeting one devotee, even if they don't take the book, for us is like win. If we made a good impression on them, if we don't make them feel like they are embarrassed or they walk away thinking like, that was, But if they walk away and they say, that person I met today, that was a special person. And devotees are special, they're very rare, right? So we should embody this. We should be like, let me meet some person, and no matter what happens, if they say no, that's very good. If they say yes, that's very good. But yeah, I try to remember this when I go out, and even if they say no, okay, that's fine. You don't want the book? Maybe you can give a donation, and then people are charitable, in England, and everyone is actually charitable, and they like to give in charity, especially in the in this month, close to Christmas. They like to give. So you say, oh, that's fine, no problem. You don't take the book, but you can give something. And they might say again, one more no. Okay, that's fine, no problem. But if they say yes, oh, okay, then give a donation, and then you give them a book. And usually they say yes. Okay, I'll take a book. Yes.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Prabhuji, I had a question that like if they say that I already have the book which we are presenting to them, but if we have like another book, how do you like respond to them to like persuade them into taking another book which they might or might not have?
Yes, good question. Usually they already have the book. I say, no, please don't only think about yourself. You need to think about others as well, right? And that's the key of happiness. That's the key of, stress-free life. So I just say to them, you can give maybe to someone you like, someone you love around you, that someone who like to receive a gift. And usually they say yes. I met someone like just a few hours ago, just outside the temple, and she was like, I have all these books. I have all the books that I see in your around me, is just I have all of them. And yeah, but I say that's fine. Don't worry. I'm not here to distribute the books. I know you know already better than me and you have all the books, but I'm not talking about you today. I'm just talking about how you can make this world a better place by distributing a book to someone. And if you do so, you will have such a reciprocation that that it will maybe change your life. Actually, it will not only change your life, it will make a change in the world. So that's the way I deal with it. And most of the time they like it. They like to take a book for someone else, to give to someone else.
Thank you, Prabhuji, for answering my question.
Thank you very much.
Very nice, intelligent questions by Sumati and Harshita, I think.
Yes.
Very practical questions.
Future book distributors.
Yeah, I think they were representing so many of them who are feeling a bit shy, maybe, to ask. Very practical one. But maybe we can take one more question if anyone else has, if time permits, if you're okay with that.
I'm fine.
If there is any more question, please do ask.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So, Prabhu, you know, when you first started the class, you started by saying that amazingly you were inspired by book distribution. I'm just trying to understand, you know, when you joined ISKCON, was that the first thing you was inspired by, the book distribution, or you had some other reason to join ISKCON?
Oh. Yeah, we have many reasons. Actually, my first reason was I wanted to go to India when I was living in New Zealand before, and I wanted to go to India to live in a temple very far away from society, a temple of Lord Vishnu, and I wanted to live a lifestyle of a monk, living an austere life of sacrifice and cold shower. So I bought a ticket to India and I had a visa, but I never made it to India. Somehow the Krishna shifted me to another direction in my life. And then but finally, when I met the devotees, the first time I met the devotees, I was very drawn by their loving and caring attitude toward other people. So that's also rendered in every service we do, actually. That our relationship, that our personal connection we have with people. So book distribution, yeah, it happened in the street. That's where you get a lot of mercy. Now I'm staying in a temple, you see. After 4 years, my service is to stay in the temple and welcome people. And I still obviously do book distribution, but I just do it more like, yeah, kind of in another way. But it's the continuation of book distribution in one sense. So if you do book distribution on a regular basis, you will forge. Is it English? It will make up your character. It will build up your foundation, and then whatever you do after this, whatever service you do, it will be based around this, because you understood that this is very, very dear to our movement, book distribution. And then you will do Sankirtan in separation. And that's also part of our philosophy also, that we cry out to Krishna in separation. So that's what happened also, what happened to you in book distribution. You can be like, some days you can be like, Krishna, and you be crying out. And we know from our own scripture that in Gokul, in Vrindavan, when Krishna appeared 5,000 years ago, some devotees were not able to see Krishna. And because they cried out so much and they meditated on Krishna so intensely, they actually got purified very, very quick, and they were able to see Krishna very quick. So there's one good friend of mine, he says, Sankirtan is the school of crying for Krishna. So yeah, it was not the first element that came when I met the devotees, but these people really, really inspire me. When I was saying these Ukrainian and Russian devotees that I met, they really inspired me, and that's when I started chanting, and when I started to say to myself, okay, let me get serious about this, about spiritual life. So then somehow the Krishna arranged that I could meet these devotees and was able to get inspiration from them. So if you can't get inspired, I mean, devotee will inspire. So you should find a devotee around you that is inspired by all this service, and then you will feel inspired.
Amazing, Prabhu. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. That was really, really nice and very insightful, very useful session actually. So we got an idea how to stop people. First of all, how to start the conversation, how to actually build up that conversation, how to give these books as well. At the same time, if they don't take, how to not get disappointed also, and how to carry on. It was so useful tips, practical points, and wonderful inspiration by your own example as well. So it was a very useful session. Thank you so much. We quickly take darshan of Lord Jagannath, obviously residing in East Ham. So yes, Vinil Prabhu Vishwa
Oh,
Jagannath.
Jai.
जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा महारानी सुदर्शन चक्र की जय, श्री श्री गौर निताय की जय, श्री पंचतत्व की जय, श्री प्रभुपाद की जय. Actually, they are ready to go to rest, so you can see in their night outfit now. So yeah, they are our local Jagannath deities. Arvind Prabhu Yamuneshwari Mataji's house actually there. So we take their blessings, and it's all Jagannath's mercy that we are trying whatever small little we can. It's all Jagannath's mercy. And our bigger mercy is coming from rather Londonishwar and Jagannath Baldev Subhadra there. So we are quite fortunate to have double mercy all the time. Jai, Jai Shri Jagannath. Thank you so much, Vinil Prabhu. And again, we would like to express our gratitude to you, Prabhuji, for coming and giving your valuable time. This is a very obviously very busy time for you. Taking time out from the schedule is also not very easy, but you still made it with the request of devotees, and it was such a you know definitely useful, very an important time for all of us as well, because we are not like book distributors. We are not seasoned book distributors, or I mean, we are so scared of it as well. Sometimes, when we knock the door, some devotees actually, they're so scared, what's going to happen there. If somebody opens the door and they say, "Who are you and what are you doing here? Why did you knock my door?" We're just so scared actually. Something else should not happen, Otherwise, they'll scold me that, just get lost and go away. But
Well, that's this kind of situation actually. They're very good. They don't look like oh, I can't remember now the the name of the demon, the serpent demon in Vrindavan was
oh, Agasura.
Akasura.
Yeah.
The devotees, some coward boys, they were like, "Oh no, we shouldn't go," and this is just this is the demon, we shouldn't go inside. But some other, they were like, "I don't care anymore. I'm going now. This is just a cave, and Krishna is there anyway." So book distribution is like this also. Oh, maybe, but actually, if you say, okay, whatever, Krishna is gonna protect me. I don't know what's gonna happen. That's fine. When I started book distribution, I was also very scared. I was not doing anything actually. I was just coming at the table, and I was just looking and just looking at the devotees, and I was like, how are they doing this? This is impossible. But
Yeah.
then one day, I took a book, and then I said, okay, let me try one book, and then yeah, he was going out whole day, and for me, I was just going at the table, and then I was saying, "Oh no, I'm just going to the park and I'm gonna chant." And he was like, "Yeah, go do whatever you like." So it took me a lot of time to, but it was worth the effort.
Yeah, no,
I'm very
definitely.
grateful for having being part of that service, and still.
So amazing, very, very inspiring actually. Because I was watching some of the devotees, of course, including you and you all brahmacharis. So how you actually stop just like every passerby, and you meet so casually that like them, you shake hands. Oh wow, this is so nice. I mean, this was crazy. How can you just stop people like that? It seems like unbelievable thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I have some stories. I was talking to one devotee yesterday also. I have some stories that I remember. I think it was 2 years ago. And in central London is very fast. I mean, everywhere is very fast, but in central London, in Oxford Street, is very, very fast.
Yeah,
People are going.
they're not
So
going to give time more than 30 seconds or something,
yeah,
or
you need
even
to be
that's
like,
long.
you need to be on it, And a few times, I even did it yesterday. Yesterday, one guy came, a black body, and I went like, I went like this, shaking my hands, and he went for it as well. But then I went very, very spontaneous for this one. I just shaked his hand actually very, 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 very hard, and he looked at me and he said, "Are you a
Oh.
Shaolin monk or something? You have so much strength." And then I say to him, "Bro, you need to take, if you want to know about monk life, you need to take this Bhagavad Gita," and I just put it into his hand and say, "Now you take this book," because Tupac was reading it as well, and you can pay here. I didn't say anything else to him, and you just say,
Wow.
"Yeah, okay, I give you £5."
Wow.
Because you win them over, you
Amazing.
you have to. People are in a mode of passion and ignorance, but if you use that mode of passion in book distribution,
Yeah.
the same. Also, I remember one day, same thing happened. I I stopped the guy just by grabbing his arm here.
Yeah.
Here,
Uh-huh.
I just stopped him and turned him to me, and I put a Shrimad Bhagavatam in his other hands, and I say that was like completely out of this world. But I said, this book has been empowered by these 6 Goswamis of Vrindavan, and they asked me to distribute this book to you. So
Wow.
you take it now, and you're gonna give a donation, right? And you just pulled out um, um, a note of £10, and you just
Amazing.
walked away.
Wow.
There was no hello, there was no bye bye. And he came back after. He said to me, "I'm very glad that you stopped me, because I was going for a funeral,
Oh, okay, okay.
and I think this book is gonna help me in this phase of my life."
Right.
So
Yeah.
obviously we can't do this all the time, but
Yeah, I mean,
sometimes you
obviously,
can.
it's a very
Sometimes you can.
spontaneous, and obviously, I mean, Krishna must be, probably guiding blessing from behind. Prabhupada is blessing from there.
Yeah, you just need to try out sometimes, because you can be like, "Oh no, no one is stopping," but and then sometimes you can be a little frustrated. So you say, "Okay, let me do something like completely out of the experience," and people like it. They shaken. They like, Jeev Jago. They wake up.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You're like, "Whoa, okay, okay, what's happening now? Who is this guy?"
Yeah, no, that's really nice. I mean, some people they do stop and they do listen, but the
Yes.
time is a big factor actually. Because sometimes we say, so are you okay? No. Have a good day. No. Have a great day. No. Have fun. No. The people are, I don't want to have
Yeah.
a good day.
Whatever you say to them, they no, no. I don't want this book. I don't have money. I don't have time. They all the excuse that they have is all about not taking a book. So you need to be ready with all the excuse to counteract.
Yeah,
And then actually, I met one guy 2 days ago.
yeah.
I stopped him and I just explained the book very, very quickly. And then at the end, he say, "Wow, you act." I didn't know that I was going to buy a book today, but you did it. I don't know how you did it, but that was well done from your part, because
Wow.
I was in a rush, and and he was like, kind of defeated, but in a good way. He was like,
Mm.
he was
That's really, really, really nice. Actually, I
so
don't know if someone else is there with you who can kind of record some of these, I mean, these and interactions. So obviously, it might inspire a lot of other devotees who were hesitant to go out or were feeling that, does it really work? But in those situations where somebody was not at all ready to take a book and eventually they actually ended up taking it, and they
Mhm.
himself, I mean, they themselves are accepting the fact that, I was not ready to take it. That sees, I mean, that gives a lot of motivation actually.
You can look at. I'm just looking now, but that's there is some video here on Vaisheshika Prabhu distributing books.
Or
I
is
don't
it a,
know.
which website is it? Or
I can share to you to wait. I can share this to the chat,
oh yes, please, yeah.
to the general, everyone in meeting. You can watch this if you like. There's many
Yeah,
interaction in
thank
this
you.
video, and how he present the Bhagavad Gita. in the street. It's very interesting. Obviously,
Yeah, I've taken it out
this
from
is
here,
this
so
is
I'll
also
share it.
recent. This is very recent. This is in Wales, so this is nice. And you'll see how he deal with people is also very quick the way he speak, but it's to the point, you know.
Yeah, yeah. Sure, I'll share these two, obviously, all these links to all the devotees here as well to have a look and get some inspiration from there. Kusuma Mataji, you wanted to say something?
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I didn't want to disturb. Today, I met a woman and she was exactly saying, no, 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 I'm happy. I tried all sorts of, in the end, I said, okay, what's your name? And I asked her name and I said, my name is this. And then I walked away. And then she ran after me afterwards and she said, oh, I want the books.
Wow.
And she
What
gave
made
me
her
10, she gave me 10 pounds for it. And I said, I haven't got any change. She said, oh no, keep the change. She took 2 books and she said the other set she didn't want. She said, please give it to somebody who cannot afford it like that.
Oh,
So that was, and then the other one, I got on a bus and I was just smiling, and I went and sat next to this woman and I had the Gita in my hand and I said, would you like this? And she said, yeah, I'll take that one. So you're not expecting, but because now we are in the mood of distributing Prabhupada's books, sometimes the doors open without us realizing that they're actually opening. So we need to be prepared. That's all I wanted to say.
That's true, actually. That's true. Once I was also not very much. I mean, because I'm not a book distributor. So once Shivara Maharaj or somebody was telling, actually, you don't need to speak sometimes. You just need to show the book. The book itself, distribute itself. The book goes, by its own potency. So I just knocked one door, and there was a Chinese fellow. He opened the window from upstairs, and he just looked at me, and I showed him the book, and then he said, I, I didn't say anything. I just was just showing like the book, and then he came down. He actually didn't open his door. He opened his downstairs room window, and so he said, so I just handed him the book, and he took the book and he just like £5 note he gave me from the window. There was no conversation, nothing actually. I didn't even say anything to him. He didn't ask anything. All it was like some facial exchanges or some sign language. So he just took the book and he gave me £5. So then I realized actually the book has the potency to go by itself. So I don't need to actually think that I need to speak something sometimes.
Yes. Wow, amazing story.
This a new book, The Glories of India. I mean, it's such an amazing book, so full of pictures, And we were saying that we shouldn't charge £3.50. We should charge at least £5 for it. It's such a beautiful book, and like many people are, I think there's so much publicity about India at the moment that it will just sell itself. We don't even have to say anything.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we'll tell our Sankirtan department to increase the price. I'm just joking.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Actually, what I did, I put it on my status, this book. And I went and saw one woman and she said, that book you have, you put on your status, can I have it? Like she said it, and I just put it because I like
like
the
that
book.
in your WhatsApp status.
On my WhatsApp status, yeah.
Okay.
And then another woman, she wrote to me and said, can I have that book? So I mean, I just did it as I just did it without much thought, but like little responses you're getting from people.
Yeah. Wow, that's a another description that actually, yes, Sankirtan is also unlimited. It doesn't limit only to the streets or to this venue or that venue. Is like, but just the fact of showing the books to people. Even I remember when during the lockdown, I was calling people, and then on the phone, and then I'd say, "No, I'm gonna read something to you. It's very, very important. If you can listen to this, they might change your life." And then I was reading some part of the introduction of the Srimad Bhagavatam, and I was relating on how it was linked with the lockdown. And they were like, "Oh my God, what is this? What is this you're reading? Where is it from?" And I said, "Well, this is a book, and you can just have it if you like. It's just this much, and blah blah. I send it to you over the post." And many people took the book just from reading.
Wow.
So, yeah, just whatever ideas that come to your minds. Everyone is different. Everyone has different talents. Everyone is a unique part and parcel of Krishna. So we can all, yeah.
Last year I tried this method. I rang some contacts up from my phone, and I said, just sponsor 5 Gita, £25. And I think I got 6 or 8 people taking 5 each of the Gita. Like, so
And they took it and they further distributed, or they?
Yeah, we don't need to step out. Actually, we can do it from from our laptop.
Multi-level distribution. People say multi-level market. It's a multi-level book distribution. You made layers.
Amazing.
Sub distributors. You are the main distributor, then you have sub distributors.
Yeah. And then, if you just engage others, if they know that you're all about book distribution, they'll be like, "Oh, okay, you can give them some task." And
Yeah.
It's amazing. Yeah. It's
So nice.
wonderful service.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji, and thanks to all the devotees. I hope it was. You all are, hearing all this, the wonderful ideas from Prabhuji and all the experiences from Kusuma Mataji, Ananta Kripa Prabhu, and other devotees. I don't know if you all there. Maybe you all can come on a camera for the moment. We can take a group photo. Just joking. If you can, some of you can come on camera. Otherwise, we may think that you all have gone to sleep and we are just talking here. Coming one by one. That's great.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
So, so nice of you. Thank you so much for coming on the camera. Sumati is coming from some Halloween party, or looks like. There was a Halloween background. Thank you so much, Ananta Kripa Prabhu. It's really nice and a very useful session. I'm sure devotees have taken so much, learning and so many wonderful inputs for book distribution. So please pray for us so that we can continue for the next 21 days, and obviously forever. But for this marathon, at least, for the next whatever number of days remaining, and we fulfill the sankalpa to please Srila Prabhupada and to please the lordships by the book distribution. Maybe we can chant 3 times Hare Krishna Mahamantra for. Thank you.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna,
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Rama
Rama,
Rama,
Hare Hare,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Ram.
Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Hare.
Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Space Anant Kripa Prabhu ki jai.
Yeah.
Thank
Thank
you
you,
so much,
Prabhu.
Prabhuji. It was really, really nice. We are so grateful to you for your time, for your wonderful insight on book distribution, your great, sharing of your experiences, and the most of all, your love for all of us. Thank you so much. We are
Yes,
so indebted.
I'm very inspired by all of you. Actually, we get inspired by talking like this between devotees. So it's my great fortune.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. And we actually hope that we will do something amazing after, all this wonderful motivation. And we'll report to you towards the end of the month that what we did, what we have done.
Yeah, whenever on Monday can.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So every Monday, yeah, maybe we can report you all some of the scores or some of these stories or something what we have gone through or
Yeah,
experiences.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that'll be
Definitely.
nice.
Please.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. It's gone over now. I hope it wasn't too late for you. But again, thank
It's
you so much.
fine. There's no, I mean, for me, months of December is like surrender. So,
Oh, so
and yeah, I realize I'm waking up the dailies tomorrow morning, but
oh
it's
wow. Oh, then you must go to rest now. It's too
it's
late for you now.
fine. No problem. I'll
Thank
catch
you.
up.
Thank you so much. Jai Shri Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai.
Prabhupada Book Marathon ki jai.
Yeah.
Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai.
Yeah.
Gaur
Thank you.
Premanande. Hari